Throughout NBA history, there have been several all-time greats that have stepped onto the hardwood and etched their name into NBA lore. But only few have had the distinct honor of having the one name tag. Wilt, Kareem, Magic, Larry, MJ, Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, Steph, Giannis, and next is Shai. Before last season, I don't know how many people had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on their radar, but I can promise you that it's only a matter of time before Shai becomes a household name. Shai's coming off of a prolific Year 5 season where he became an All-Star for the first time in his career, finished 4th in scoring, averaging a whopping 31.4 points per game, and earned all NBA first team honors, beating out the likes of Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, and Devin Booker for the guard position. I believe Shai's gonna build off this successful season and take another leap in Year 6. At age 25, there's only room for him to grow, and the evidence suggests that he will. Since entering the league, Shai has upped his scoring every single season, from averaging 10 points as a rookie to 19 in his second year to 23 to 24 to 31 points last season. How much can we expect Shai to up his numbers this year? Last season, Embiid led the league in scoring, averaging 33 points per game. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that Shai could up his numbers to around this mark to lead the league in scoring this season. What a lot of people don't know about Shai is that Shai was so good last season that he finished 5th in MVP voting. The Thunder were the 10th seed in the Western Conference, but Shai was so phenomenal that seeding didn't even matter. Shai was just that good. And if he was good enough to finish 5th in MVP last year, I think the Thunder are going to be a much improved team this year. And I think Shai might be a sneaky dark horse candidate for MVP. Can he be the next international player to continue the streak of foreign-born players to win the MVP? First Giannis, then Jokic, then Embiid. Is it Luca next or is it Shai? Now, not only is he coming off of a tremendous regular season, he's coming off of the FIBA World Cup where he led Team Canada to the bronze medal, beating the tournament favorite USA in the 3rd place game. One of my favorite NBA analysts, Bill Simmons, has this Team USA theory where players who spend the summer playing for Team USA come back and play some of the best seasons of their careers. When you look at the Redeem team, guys like Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, and Dwight Howard all followed up the '08 Olympics with the greatest seasons of their careers. Dwayne Wade averaged a career high 30 points per game, finished 3rd in MVP voting. Carmelo Anthony made it the deepest he's ever made it in the playoffs, leading the Nuggets to the Western Conference Finals. And Dwight Howard led the Orlando Magic all the way to the NBA Finals for the first and only time of his career. After the 2010 FIBA World Cup, Derrick Rose came back the following season and became the youngest MVP in NBA history. After the 2014 FIBA World Cup, Steph Curry came back and won the first of back-to-back MVPs. Now, obviously, Shai plays for Team Canada, not Team USA, but I believe the same theory can be applied here. That international experience, seeing and playing against different playing styles and playing at a high level throughout the offseason prepares you for the following season. So this year, can Shai come back and win MVP? Now, I know it's a bold take and maybe a little far-fetched, but if I told you Derrick Rose would have won MVP in 2011, if I told you that Steph would have won MVP in 2015, you'd say the exact same thing. Since Chris Paul left OKC following the 2020 season and the keys were officially handed over to Shai, along with Shai's improvement, the team has also improved every year. They went from 22 wins to 24 wins to 40 wins last season. So we can expect another jump this season. We all know the importance of team success when it comes to the MVP vote. So if the Thunder can make another leap and find themselves in the top 6 in the Western Conference, along with another spectacular season from Shai, I think it gives Shai a legitimate chance to win this year's MVP. With the continued development of the young core, guys like Josh Giddey, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, Trey Mann, and the addition of the number 2 overall pick from last year's draft, Chet Holmgren, I think the Oklahoma City Thunder could give a lot of teams problems this season. The Thunder made the play-in tournament for the first time last season, and now securing a playoff spot is the next stepping stone for this young team. We all know drafting isn't easy, and over the years, a lot of GMs have had some terrible decision making, and the 2018 draft is no exception. Taking Shai at 11th was an absolute steal. Guys like Kevin Knox, Colin Sexton, Wendell Carter, Marvin Bagley. There's no way in hell that you would take these guys over Shai. Don't get me wrong. There were a lot of good players in the 2018 draft that got picked over Shai. Luca, Trae Young, Jaren Jackson Jr., Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton. But even then, I'm 100% sure that in a redraft, Shai would get picked over all of those players except probably Luca. And even then, there's a small percentage of people out there who'd say they take Shai over Luca. Now I'm not ready to go that far. I'd still personally pick Luca over Shai. But who knows? It's still early in their careers. For all we know, Shai could have a way better career than Luca down the road. If you told me in 2013 that Steph Curry would go on to have a better career than Blake Griffin, I would have told you you're crazy. But now hear me sitting in 2023 saying that I would think you're crazy for thinking that Steph Curry's better than Blake Griffin is crazy itself. But that's just the NBA for you. You never know how people's careers are going to pan out. Now, I know it's early, but Shai has just been so good this past year that it's got me wondering, where does Shai rank in the all-time list of Oklahoma City Thunder players? Now, OKC's history is fairly short, but they've already had some of the greatest players of all time to play for their team. Can he be the greatest Thunder of all time? These are Shai's averages over the first 5 seasons of his career compared to the averages of Durant and Westbrook's first 5 years of their career. Now, while his numbers and resume pale in comparison to those two, these are 2 of the greatest players of all time we're talking about. And they did have the benefit of playing with one another. Now, I'm not saying that he is on the same level as Durant and Westbrook when they were in OKC, but I see the potential and I believe he is approaching that level. See, it's hard to make a direct comparison with these two at this point in Shai's career because Shai's only played 5 seasons. He's only in year 5. So a year 5 Shai is carrying OKC by himself, whereas those two at year 5 didn't have to do that. We didn't see Kevin Durant have to carry OKC until year 7 when Russell Westbrook was out with a knee injury, Kevin Durant's MVP year. We didn't get to see a Westbrook that had to carry an OKC team by himself till his year 7 when Kevin Durant was out with a foot injury in 2015. So for me, I think it's kind of unfair to compare Shai directly to each of them because Shai's not also playing with another all-time great. For all we know, Shai's numbers could be even better. Shai could have more team success if he was playing with another all-time great. But what I will say is with an MVP, if he is able to win MVP this season or next season or the season after that, it would put him in the same company as Westbrook and Durant as the only 3 players to ever win MVP while playing for the Thunder. Now, I know it's way too early for this, but Shai can separate himself by doing something both Durant and Westbrook weren't able to do, and that's winning an NBA championship for the Oklahoma City Thunder. If Shai keeps playing the way he's playing and wins an MVP and leads the Thunder to an NBA championship, I think there's no question that that would make Shai the greatest player in Thunder history. And that's a wrap for this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content just like this. It's been your boy Hawass, aka the B-Ball Files, signing off.